drive me crazy. You know you drive me crazy. Now that we're all alone, I hope that you don't play. Daydreaming about you, girl. You know you drive me crazy. You know you drive me crazy.
What's going on, y'all? Cuddy from Cuddy TV. Y'all know my voice. I get the pleasure to sit down with my boy Stevie C. What up, baby? What's going on with you? Everything good, you know what I mean? I finally got you on Cuddy TV. I've been waiting for this moment, and I got a lot of questions for you today. That's all.
Let's get it.
So my first question, it's crazy. I don't never ask nobody this question because it's so generic, and I hate generic questions. Us over at Cuddy TV, we like to be different.
Shoot.
But you got a different story. So I guess it's good to start off with what got you into music?
Okay, so what got me into music? I would say what got me into music is my whole family. I think the first person that I watched do the whole doohickey of making music and actually recording and rehearsing and grinding and going to actual practice after work was my dad.
Okay.
So shout out to my pops for, burning that torch and leading the way. The last name Clement, it's already been in the industry more than 20 years already. So that this whole thing was inevitable.
Right.
I mean, I did play sports growing up. I mean, Corey wasn't the only one that was good at stuff.
We're gonna talk about that next, sir. Don't be jumping to the next question now.
But yeah, my dad, he was a part of a music a cappella group called A Perfect Blend, and I think what really set him and his group apart was it was all, like you said, there was no music.
Right.
And it always sounded like there was like something like a tuba in the background, but that was just really the bass dude with his voice really, really low.
Right.
And like they would make it seem like there was instrumentation going around it, not really realizing how perfected their voices and harmony really was. I don't know. I thought it was cool, but I was able to sing probably like at a young age, just mimicking my them, and like, cause he would play his mixtape in the car, like as we rode around to go like get stuff done when we were kids. And I find myself doing that same thing today. But they dropped one album. He's still doing shows. He was a DJ as well.
Okay.
My mom was a singer as well. But that was the first person that got me into music. Other than that, it's a family thing, and I want to shout out my uncle who actually, I love telling people this because this is like a hidden gem, and I think this song is like going to go down as one of the most, it was in, song of the decade back in, let's say the 2000s. So my uncle wrote "You Remind Me of a Girl."
Okay.
Him and his sister Anita Clement. His name is Butter, but his real name is Eddie. We call him Butter. They wrote "You Remind Me of a Girl."
All right.
So like if you hear the hook, "You Remind Me of a Girl," that's my uncle and my aunt in harmony with Usher.
Wow.
And you don't even know it.
Yeah, that's gems right there.
And and then like when he goes like, "You remind me," and like they drag that whole part on, that's my aunt and him really pushing the voice, and like you can hear it, I hear it because I know their voices, but everybody in the world is gonna say that's Usher.
Right.
Like, but that was like when my dad told me that, I was like, Dad, he wrote that song. That's like one of my favorite songs. Like your cousin, because it's not my uncle. I call him my uncle because he's older than me. You know what I'm saying? So like by a lot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm not gonna be like, this is my cousin. If it sounds weird.
Right.
But it's really my cousin. I actually got a song I'm working with him on my projects called New Bay, but it's a family thing. To answer your question, so they definitely, the whole family. I didn't get walked into it. I got thrown into it. Like,
Right.
You gonna do this? It's in your blood.
Right.
Showtime's in your blood. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I like that. All right. Yeah. So you mentioned football. So your little brother is the famous Corey Clements.
Yeah.
Clements. I'm sorry. Clement. I say Clements.
Like cement.
Clement.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank God.
So like just seeing his grind, like does that impact you to want to work harder? With your music, of course.
Of course. Because not only does he do the sports, he graduated from college, great, you know, in school. And on his downtime, he makes music. So there's competition there as well. You know what I mean? There was competition growing up to be where he's at today. We were constantly going back and forth. He would win MVP on offense. I would win MVP on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, I knew where my place was. I wasn't no running back, but I knew my place. So,
Okay.
I think, yeah, it's definitely, you asked me, was there pressure?
Nah, like, does it make you want to work
harder?
you know what I mean? Just seeing his path, you know what I mean? Went from college, now he's in the NFL, and it's like, wow, like, you really can do this. And it's kind of like the music, you know? You start off at showcases, then you start opening up for celebrities, now you're doing your own shows.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely makes you want to work harder because you got a brand that you can push, which is you, your last name. And you always do. I think that's so important to remember as, you know, people. Right. We're all pushing a brand, which is ourselves. So he just kind of furthered the legacy of our last name and gave us something more of a platform to stand on. Okay. And I have like a line in my song, I think it's how to get it was easy, how to keep it is the mission. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. How to get it was easy, how to keep it is the mission. You know what I'm saying? Because what we got here is a legacy, and we're trying to keep that. You know what I'm saying? Because in the blink of an eye, you can do something stupid and lose the shit.
Yeah, it's going on.
Mm-hmm. And I think that, yeah, there's definitely a sense of keeping what we got going on and being steadfast and always moving, I think, the game forward, even as a football player or as an artist. My brother does producing, so he's multi-talented. He was a DJ in high school. So, and everybody asks, you know, like to go back to that question too that you asked first, what kind of made me do music as well. He helped with that because I was shy at first I knew I could sing, but I knew I could rap, but it was just kind of like, I didn't really know the necessary avenues to do it. Right. And him being a DJ, he would sit inside of his room or in the computer room when we were growing up, and he would just play like this song by Jay Holiday,
Bed?
Bed.
Yeah, I knew you was talking about Bed.
But he would remix it, yo, and make it fast, make it slow, like, you know what I'm saying, slow it down, chop and screw it, and I think that was what really did it for me. I was like, all right. So then one day I came home and he was working on GarageBand, and I was like, what is he doing now? He was making music. Oh, you making music now. Right. Now you're not just DJing. Now you making music. Right. All right, I need to, you know, this is what I do. I want to be a part of it. Came home one day from college, and we were already making music earlier before I left. But I come home and I see he's working on a song. I'm like, yo, that's hot. It needs this. And I jump in on it. And from there, that song was called, I mean, I was already doing music. I had a couple hit singles in high school that people would run around the school with. And, you know, to this day, I ran into a girl, literally, like, we've been out of high school almost 10 years. She said, she brought up the song. And I was like, damn. You ever get, like, somebody, maybe I should never get embarrassed of what I did back in the day.
I was about to say, you should never be embarrassed of it.
Yeah, and I'm not embarrassed. I kind of just like, I'm so far from that. You don't even know what type of time I'm on. It's different.
That shows your progress, though.
Yeah.
Shows your growth.
So, yeah.
Speaking of growth, I want to talk about Stevie C.
Who's that guy?
I need to know the story behind Stevie C and why you wanted to go with Stevie C being your stage name.
Well, first things first, I'll say that it's not my stage name. It's just a nickname. Right. So, like...
Because on all of the flyers, it says Stevie C. So
I mean, sometimes they do Stephen Clement Jr. And I mean, it's different when they do that. I mean, because I'm used to the Stevie C thing, too. And I got that from a friend who... I don't know, who the heck did that? Who called me Stevie C? I can't tell you, but it stuck and it rang, and I ran with it because it made sense. It was my first name and my last name, but it was abbreviated. It's cool. It's dope. Like, Stevie C is dope. But I think Stevie C, I don't even want to portray to be like an alter ego or something like that because I think it's really just a nickname. And do I have an alter ego? Probably when I hit the stage. And you can say that's Stevie C, Stephen Clement. It's all the same person, but I flipped the switch into me. Right. And who I, see myself when I'm, in my dreams or in my head. So Stevie C is probably the guy that's coming to light when you're daydreaming in class and you're like, I would do that the rest of my life. Like, I would do the whole touring the world, singing, making albums, and so I guess that's who Stevie C is. But Stephen Clement Jr., I think I'm more of an old school cat because my dad, and I kind of like the name. It's classy, and it's just like, you know Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah.
So I think that like I was like, you gonna get to know Stephen Clemens Jr.
Right.
It's different. So I think Stevie C is just an extension of the name, and it's a nickname. It's dope. Whoever gave it to me, no, I ain't about to let nobody take the title. You know, my mom gave me Stevie C. I was probably already.
said
my
my
dad
mom,
was
yeah.
Stevie C before I was Stevie C. So I'm just Stephen Clemens Jr. for real.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. You definitely gotta keep the name rolling.